Hey y'all, welcome to My Way of Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expanded point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and that you should resonate with them whenever you come across them. So, today we're doing Inkanyamba reading. When I first started doing these readings, I actually kind of treated it as a treat. I felt like, it would be nice to just have this spirit that we talk about that I felt like was quite scarce and but it was nice for you guys to know that it exists, especially for those of you going through the journey, just to know that there is something like this crown type of spirit, right? And then all of a sudden I'm doing more and more of them, and I realize that through the readings I've done, it's like we've activated like a lot of Inkanyamba templates, and now there's like this green light that I'm getting from a lot of your guides to carry on with this and to not treat it as a treat anymore, but as something more concrete. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I then. So today we're gonna talk about Inkanyamba as an entity of wisdom and prosperity. Inkanyamba as an entity that is the guardian of your spiritual inheritance, a guardian of spiritual wealth, which you will then transmute into physical wealth. And that physical wealth is in the form of health. It's in the form of a body that can take you through the ages and is able to calibrate downloads from higher frequency beings and higher frequency entities, because you're gonna attract a lot of those when you walk with the spirit. It attracts partnerships and therein also increasing what you would call your abundance in terms of the ability to attract the right people to you, to attract the right opportunities to you, the ability to discern, the ability to take care of yourself and those you love and those who are close to you. And it's all these things that over the years have been called different things, like good fortune, blessings, good luck, things like that, good living, basically. And in terms of like African spirituality, there is this teaching of entities that help you build wealth, but that's not wealth. That's more like riches. And there's nothing wrong with riches. I'm not downplaying that. Everything just depends on who you are, where you are, like in terms of your circumstances and in terms of your ability. Some people do not have wisdom, but they do have the money to buy more money. And so that's what they do. And there's nothing honestly wrong with that. Like I said, we all do with what we've been given. So, but you guys have a connection to this particular entity, and this entity is not about coughing up riches for you or whatever the hell. I remember telling you guys the story where back in the day I asked my people, I was like, are you guys gonna give me money? Like, I want money. I want to be wealthy. And they were like, bitch, we're gonna give you a new life. And then when you can do what you want with your new life, with everything that comes with that life, with the wisdom that comes with that, you'll be able to build the life that you desire. We're not here to be giving riches, the fuck. We're here to give knowledge and teachings and the ability to connect and the ability to stay true to that connection, to stay loyal to that connection. And you will do with that what it is you want to do. If you want to have 100 bitches, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to open restaurants or open hotels, if you want to start singing, start acting, it's okay. You can do that. And that's the thing with Inkanyamba spirit. It's about giving you the power and the ability through the teachings to understand the ways of the universe, to understand the laws of the universe, and so be able to choose paths of least resistance and connect with timelines where you're in the golden age. And that is the spiritual inheritance. That is the spiritual wealth, the ability to connect to these timelines where you have access, to more, which is really all it is. Then you do with that what you want. You can do with that what you want to do. If you want to take that and grow your bank account, you can do that. If you want to take that and heal the sick and do all sorts of things, you can do that. The spirit is not the easiest for humans to nurture because of the amount of loyalty it requires. Because also, like I said, it's a very unpredictable spirit. And as a human being raised in this society, its actions can be seen as wild and out there. And you like, I don't want to do this. We spoke about this last time. A lot of you are afraid of this aspect in yourself, the aspect that is represented by this spirit, because it's the part of you that's not afraid. It's the part of you that dares to do things that society says, shh, don't do that, or don't speak so loud, or don't be so bold. It's that part. And society has trained us to walk the line, y'all. Like, you can be like, no, I say what I want, I do what I want. Like, boo, it's so subtle. The matrix is so subtle. And to be honest, that's the genius of it. It's so subtle. You can be like, yeah, I do what I want. Boo, honey, please. Gaining freedom from the mindset that has been conditioned onto us is a lifelong mission. But you guys, with this kind of spirit inside you, with this kind of entity that walks in you, it's something that's possible. It's something that you have the power to do through this entity. But it's, again, because it's like this, because it's a social rule breaker, it can sometimes be the part of you that you're most afraid of. And because of that, it's the part of you that ends up in the shadows, because that's where the things you're afraid of stay. And it doesn't belong in the shadows, because then you start to perceive yourself as your own enemy. Like, why didn't I just keep quiet? Why didn't I just do that and this? Meanwhile, this is the gold in you. This is the part of you that transcends everything that is here to hold you back. This is the part of you that is able to pass through the barriers, pass through the thresholds, pass through the fear into parts of your life that you never imagined. Because we're small-minded. You're just there wanting money. There's so much more. And that. But there's more. There's so much more of you. And the part of you that longs so much for the money, it's really a part of you that is just afraid. It's afraid of having to depend on other people. It's afraid of It's afraid of the scarcity. It's a part of you that realizes that. And it's funny because it's a part of you that's afraid of the scarcity, but that is within the scarcity. In that mindset, when I was having that request from the entities that I was working with, it's because my mindset was in a scarcity mindset. I was afraid of not having enough and not understanding that everything I need, I have. And I'm not talking about physical things, but I was gaining all the things I need, and I had all the help I need. I had more than a lot of people because I had these entities that seemed to be attracted to me for some reason because of my ability to listen, because of my ability to open myself up and learn. But more than anything, because of my loyalty. Mina, in my group, in my spiritual group, I'm known as Umtana Omamelayo. Because even if into bebuhlungu, even if people would be like, ew, why is she doing that? Or like, that's bummy, that's like gross, she's not one of us anymore, like things like that. Like, I still did it because I've always trusted my spiritual group more than I trust anyone. I've always trusted this connection or drifted towards them, to be honest, a lot of times more than I drifted towards humans. And so they were always my family. Like, I don't know if that's an introvert thing or like what's up. I don't know if it's because, and I've been like that since I was a kid. Like, it wasn't something I started recently. Like, the reason why I had so much trust even now as an adult is because I've been with these like beings forever. And a lot of you have too, but it's also in what I'm talking about now is also like a lot of what I said in the Nzunza initiation video. The shadows. That's how I know that stuff. That the only way you survive the shadow realm is by befriending the shadows. And that's not selling yourself to them. No, it's almost surrendering to them because they're actually teachers and allowing them to teach you. And then the shadow starts to dissipate and you realize they're not shadow beings. You were just seeing them that way because you didn't yet have the eyes to see. You didn't yet have the vision. But the more you learn, the more you feed that connection, the more they reveal themselves. And it turns out that they're a reflection of the most purest, most beautiful part of you. And you follow that path long enough, and it leads to this horde, this dragon's horde, because that's what Inkanyamba is protecting. It's protecting the purest part of you, even from yourself, because you would gladly sell it tomorrow just for someone to love you, just for someone to like you. So when you are at a point where you can prove yourself as a loyal partner, as a loving partner, then the gates open. And everything that is behind that gate flows through you, as you, because it is you. Wealth is not just money. Wealth is, when God was done, like creating the earth and everything on the seventh day, and he was like, it is good. That's what wealth is. It's that part. It is good. It's that part. Shit, this stupid reading is gonna make me cry. Yeah, because it is good. Learn to trust this aspect of yourself, even though I understand that sometimes it feels like it acts crazy, but it's not. You are literally its number one priority all the time. This is the purest love you've ever known, and you don't even know that because you're too busy searching outside for what you already have within. And just because you have it within and just because you find it within doesn't mean that it negates finding it outside. It doesn't mean that it cancels out your connections on the outside. Quite the contrary. It makes the connections outside purer. It makes the connections outside more divine, more sweeter, more beautiful. Your connections outside are no longer based on fear, on desperation, on the need, the hunger to be. You're no longer found wanting. You're no longer found wanting. Because that's how you become food for the shadows. It's because they measure you and they find you wanting. But when you're able to connect to this part of you completely, you're no longer found wanting because you now have the awareness that everything you want on the outside, you already have. And so it makes the world a sweeter place. It makes it good. It makes you good. You finally understand how you're connected to everything. That term, everything is connected, it stops just being words that you say to sound spiritually smart. It becomes something real. Shit. Hmm. Yeah, like I don't know what to tell you. You've got the Queen of Fire and the Ten of Earth, which is the Ten of Pentacles. This Queen of Fire, I've always seen her, especially, you know how like House of the Dragon is back is so weird because I was like, don't talk about House of the Dragon. I don't know why I was like judging myself, but I don't even like that show that much to be honest. Like, but I watch it because who the fuck doesn't want to see a dragon? And this Queen of Fire reminds me of that. She reminds me of a Targaryen and that bloodline. And I guess that's what the Nkanyamba spirit is about. It's about this bloodline, this ancient bloodline. Not the Targaryens, I was just making an example. But it's about this ancient bloodline, this spiritual bloodline. Um, and like I said, can you see the treasure there and everything? And there's this wolf almost like protecting. And this wolf, boo, it's you. Inkanyamba is you. A part of you that lives in the astral realms. Almost like the rest of you. Because the part of you that's here on earth is a very small part of you. But it's a part of you that's able to perceive all the other parts of you. And how Nzunza is there to put everything together, all these parts of you together. Inkanyamba is there to express all those parts of you through this human form and through this reality. That might sound a bit confusing, but it's because shit is getting deep now. Like we're getting into imfihlo zenkanyamba. So like, yeah, let me leave it there. Um, Before I close off, some admin stuff. You'll notice in the description box with the readings, there's a couple of changes. The general energy reading, the price has gone up. I told you, portal, guys, portal. And also, honestly, it's because you guys are not where you were when we first like got together. When I first started like offering the readings and stuff, you guys, your minds have expanded. So I'm finding that I'm dealing with more deeper information than I was when we first started, right? So the general energy reading has gone up. I think that's the only one that's actually gone up. But the initiate reading is no longer, it's actually converted to something I'm calling the Ogún reading. The Ogún reading is for people who have ancestors for people who have indigenous ancestors, ancestors that were like natives of the land type of thing. And the thing is, it's actually also because the initiate reading was actually a lot for people and people that like know about native spirituality type of thing. But now what's coming through is ancestors that are about that, right? But these guys were not just making medicines to heal people, you guys. They were making concoctions to connect to other dimensions. These guys were bridging the past and the future into the present. Like, it's crazy. So it's kind of changed. It actually, first I was like shamanic reading, and yes, it is that, but then Ogún came through and was like, yo, hello, moi. What? It's about the natural and basically technology fusing. But I'll put a description of the reading in the description box so you can get a better understanding. I'll also post it in the community tab so you can get a better understanding of that. And then I am finally offering Inkanyamba reading. Based on what I said in the beginning, like, I didn't know this was going to be something that so many people can activate in their template. I thought it was very like far off, but I think I offer information that, or I offer transmissions that hit the spot. So those part of your templates are getting activated, and therefore, yeah, it's only my pleasure that I will be able to offer a reading for that. It will be priced as the same as the Indigo reading, for actually valid reasons that we won't speak about now. Also, Mpilo. But yeah, that's what's up. And also another reason, no, that's not necessary. But yeah, okay, cool. That's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to check out or book a reading, all the information is in the description box. Cool, y'all. See you on Monday. Enjoy your weekends. Be nice to one another. Talk nice, not twice. You got this.